Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's Friday, February 12th. It's about 5:45 a.m. here on the West Coast. And let's look at some pre-market action. So futures are down a little bit today, down almost 0.2 for the ES futures on the S&P. So kind of sideways action going on there in the big markets. I think it's not anything crazy news. If things come out about the COVID related today, going into the weekend, if we get some more stimulus talk, we'll see about that. But market's been pretty, indices pretty toppy right now. If you look at like the daily candles on the S&P 500, we can look at that real quick. So let's go to SPY daily. So we got two big red wicks the last couple of days, trading up towards the top of their average trading range on the SPY. So may get some profit taking today, but as long as they keep putting money, more stimulus, the more talk about stimulus, the more money they talk about putting in, this thing will probably still keep cranking up until real inflation kicks in down the road. So let's get into some marijuana plays. That's what we've been talking about basically all week. So ACB, they did have their earnings after hours yesterday. The numbers were a lot better than previous years, but the markets didn't react very well. Obviously, you can't really time the earnings that way, but they put the earnings out after this big red candle, and then today they had a couple price targets. There's a lot of price targets today. We'll talk about them on other companies too, but they're downgraded to sell at MKM Partners, downgraded by Needham. So two downgrades right there. If we go look at so daily here, we're already below that. It's sitting around $13 right now. It literally touched 13. So this 200 moving average is at, I can't even see it on that side, 1305, another 1281. So hopefully some resistance down here in the $13 range. And that is where it bounced just around 530. Got a bounce, but just like yesterday, ton of selling pre-market. So, I mean, this could look to even leg down even farther. So if we go to the weekly, right, we could be moving back down towards this 1150 range at the time this moves up. So could look for another leg down, and most of the other marijuana stocks are doing the same. So if we just quick look at Tilray pre-market, it's down to the low 30s, and then Aphria down to the 16s. So kind of the hot new wave that came in just from yesterday, kind of based off Hyliion's news yesterday afternoon. So news came out about their new battery tech that could recharge in about 8 minutes. So a big spike up, but selling off after hours yesterday, selling off a little bit pre-market. Maybe found some more support here. If you go to the daily, right, kind of pinged off that 200. Now we're looking about staying around this 50-day moving average, 18.42. I'm going to go that one. Right, but kind of bounced a little bit higher than the 18, so we'll see if this keeps fading down or if we get a pop on the open and take off. But then we also have Fisker FSR. They had a price target increase today by Morgan Stanley, or they initiated cover price at 27, so that's a $10 increase from where it's currently at, $12 from when it came out yesterday. And they also announced their timing of their earnings coming out, and a stake, large 26% stake into their company. So they're putting out PR, trying to probably pop the price up before their earnings date. But if you look at the daily, so it had its run in November just like the other electric car companies, and then we got a long, almost 3-month base here around $15, popped up here now towards the 18s. So let's see if we can hold, got some resistance price term around the $17 area, so if we can hold that $17, we'll look to go higher. And then CCIV still in the news on their merger. More talks that could potentially go through. So Churchill Capital upsizes IPO to 48 million units, so they'll issue more shares. The price so still hanging out, kind of choppy in this $30 range. Respected the 9 again, so that moving average is held now. What, 1, 2, 3 times. So if we go to the pre-market today, so it got a spike yesterday after hours, and still now we're downtrending here in the morning. But see if we can find a base. If it comes down, touches this $34 area, we're kind of respecting this area from first thing this morning where there's no volume, so probably look to move a little bit lower before the market opens. So EV plays could be back. And then we got some bio news. So Inovio, they have been in play for the COVID vaccine for a while now. So let's go all the way out 3 years. So back in the summer, right? So pandemic starts, they start taking off. $4 to $33, and then we kind of made this base since September around the $9 area, and now we're spiking back up again. As you see, 2 weeks ago, pulled all the way up to 18, and then came back. And just look at their chart, right? Every time they take off, you get a big pullback. Take off, big pullback. Take off, pullback, gap down. Take off, pullback to moving average. So the news came out today. They basically got a huge price target increase to $35, so that'd be above its all-time highs, close to tripling its current price. So got to move up here. Pre-market, big spike, 4 a.m. spike, now kind of selling off. So this could be a potential fade in my eyes for today, as long as we stay under these moving averages. Then we'll go to XERS, Xeris Pharmaceutical. So they also they received a European Commission approval for their drug Oglio, or I don't even know how to say that, Oglio, treatment of severe hypoglycemia. So big spike in the morning and selling off. You look at their daily. So we're well outside this average trading range from where we were at, up, spiking to $11. 3-year chart. So this is when they first IPO'd back in 2018. So it's been a downtrend. Kind of spiked above this 200-day, and then now we're coming back in towards range. A lot of previous volume support resistance here in this $8 to $9 range. So let's see if we can form a base around that today. Maybe get a move higher going into next week, as we poke below $8, a couple minutes ago. But maybe move in this 750 range, get a pop. And then the last bio. Oops, that's not right. ARTL. So Artelo Biosciences. They also were just initiated coverage. Buy target is $7. So was at 1.6. So that's almost 5 times the amount of money. And this is a low float stock. It's got a 13.7 million float. It's already traded 24 million shares in pre-market. So this is probably going to be a big volume day for it. So if we go look on this February 2nd, they had 66 million shares traded. We'll probably easily eclipse that. It's been stair-stepping higher, 45 cents back in November. Now we're up at $3, and then already did a pullback here in pre-market, held this 22 area and looking to go higher. So this could be a big runner today on Friday. Kind of checks a lot of boxes, low priced, low float. It's going to have a lot of eyes on it. I mean, on a couple scanners, it's one of the highest movers right now, pre-market. So eyes are on it. Could get a lot of inflow of volume. Could be the play for today for day trading, penny stocks, basically. So that's what I'm looking at this morning. Let me know in the comments what you're looking at. Hope you got something out of it. If there's anything else you'd like to see, different types of videos, certain stocks to look at over the weekend, please let me know in the comments, and I'll do what I can to take a look at it. Thank you, and we'll see you in the next one.